The Maugean skate is an ancient and endangered fish species that is only found in Macquarie Harbour on Tasmania's west coast. It belongs to the family Ragidae, which includes rays and skates. It has a flat body with two large dorsal fins and a long tail. It can grow up to 1.5 meters in length and weigh up to 10 kilograms. The Maugean skate is one of the oldest living fish species in the world, dating back to the time of the dinosaurs. It is also one of the most isolated and unique fish species, having evolved in isolation from other skates for millions of years. It has very low genetic diversity in a high trophic position, meaning it feeds on other animals at the top of the food chain. The Maugean skate is also known as the Port Davey skate or the thylacine of the sea, because of its rarity and resemblance to the extinct Tasmanian tiger. It was discovered in 1988 by Dr. Graham Edgar, a marine biologist from the University of Tasmania. He named it after Jean-Baptiste Louis-Claude Théodore Lescanault de Latour, a French naturalist who visited Tasmania in 1802 and collected specimens of plants and animals. The Maugean skate lives in estuarine waters, where fresh and salt water mix. It prefers deep and dark areas with low oxygen levels, where it can hide from predators and hunt for prey. It mainly feeds on crustaceans, such as crabs, shrimps and lobsters, but also eats fish, worms and mollusks. It uses its electric sense organs to detect the movements of its prey. The Maugean skate is facing a serious threat of extinction due to human activities that have degraded its habitat and reduced its population. The main causes of its decline are salmon farming pollution, hydropower stations altering upstream river flows and rising harbor temperatures due to the climate crisis. These factors have led to a massive drop in dissolved oxygen levels in the harbor, which affects the survival of young skates. The Maugean skate population has crashed by nearly half in 7 years, according to a monitoring report by scientists from the University of Tasmania. The report estimated that there were only about 3,000 individuals left in 2021, down from about 5,600 in 2014. The situation worsened after an extreme weather event in 2019, when a westerly storm overturned the water column and lifted poorly oxygenated water closer to the surface. This caused widespread mortalities among electronically tracked skates. Scientists have warned that the Maugean skate could be one extreme weather event away from extinction, and have called for urgent conservation action to save this ancient fish species. They have suggested creating a captive breeding program to establish an insurance population outside the harbor, reducing salmon farming impacts and restoring natural river flows and water quality in the harbor. They have also urged the Australian government to protect the Maugean skate under national environmental laws and set a goal of zero extinctions for the country's plants and animals. The Maugean skate is a rare and endangered species of fish that lives only in 2 remote harbors in Tasmania, Macquarie Harbour and Bathurst Harbour. These fish are unique because they have adapted to live in very low oxygen conditions, unlike most other marine animals. They are also very old, dating back to the Jurassic period, and have a slow growth rate and low reproductive output. However, the Maugean skate population has declined by 47% between 2014 and 2021 due to human impacts such as salmon farming pollution, hydropower stations and climate change that have reduced the oxygen levels in the harbor even further. Salmon farming produces large amounts of waste and nutrients that cause algal blooms and deplete the oxygen in the water. Hydropower stations alter the natural flow of water and prevent oxygen-rich water from reaching the bottom of the harbor. Climate change increases the temperature and acidity of the water, which also affects the oxygen levels and the survival of the Maugean skate. These human impacts have pushed the Maugean skate to the brink of extinction. If a storm or a flood occurs, it could wipe out the entire population by stirring up sediments and toxins that suffocate the fish. The Maugean skate is a living fossil that has survived for millions of years, but it may not survive the next decade unless urgent action is taken to protect its habitat and reduce its threats.